Hi guys, today the Lord has a message for you and He wants to tell you that even in your lowest moments, He will always be with you. So I want to start with a little story that happened to me. Today I went to a gospel choir and I had a ticket there, but I didn't really want to go and I didn't expect much of it. And apart from that, I've been having a pretty bad day because of some of the problems I've been going through. And I didn't expect any of it, but when the people started singing Christmas songs praising Jesus, it really lightened my soul. It was exactly what I needed. And funny enough, when I came out of there, I really felt the presence of God with me. And when I look back at it, I even had a free seat right next to me, even though on the ticket card it was already booked, but nobody was there. But I realized it was reserved for someone else, probably. So that really reminded me of Ephesians 6 line 12, because it says that we're not fighting against men, but instead we're fighting with the spiritual enemies of that we cannot see. We're fighting with the devil, and things that happen to us, they're never random. They're actually a spiritual warfare that's always going on, because you might be thinking that you're not important enough for the devil to plan schemes about you to you, but that is actually not correct. He's always trying to bring someone down. He's always trying to bring more people into the kingdom of the world. Because 2 Corinthians 4 line 4 says, Satan is the kingdom of the world. He blinded the mind of those who believe and don't believe. So we have to understand that he is planning against us. He wants us to be down. So that's why we 1 Peter 5 line 8 says that we have to be vigilant and sober-minded, because he crawls around like a roaring lion. And I heard someone say this today, that the enemy does this kind of a magic trick. So when you do a trick, the main point is that you have to distract people when you do the trick. And you distract people with one hand and do the trick with the other hand. This is exactly what Satan does with us. He distracts us and he makes us believe that people are the problem in our life. He wants us to react to people, and he wants us to think that everything else is the problem but him. And that is what I have been feeling recently. I've been blaming people for situations when it's actually the warfare. And you might have noticed that you're doing that too, because you might be blaming people for things that happen, but it's actually spiritual warfare that is happening. But you have to understand that people are not always the problem, and it could be the devil planning schemes about in your life. But you have to also remember that God can always come to your rescue every time, anywhere, and he's always going to be close to you. And even at your darkest moments, that's when he's gonna become even closer to you. Remember that, and always call on his name. And remember Ephesians 6 line 12, that you're not fighting against men but against the spiritual battle. Amen, and God bless you.